Hello and many thanks for joining me on Express Update. We are coming to you from our studios here within the Ministerial Enclave. We are also on GoTV, channel 184. I am Peter Insia. Coming up in our stories, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire move to harmonize cocoa pricing to boost farmer incomes. Also coming up, estate developer advocates sustainable building practices to combat flooding. These and many other stories coming up shortly. Please do stay with us. And now the news in detail. Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire have agreed to harmonize their cocoa farm gate pricing policies to improve farmer incomes, stabilize the cocoa market, and strengthen cooperation between the world's two largest cocoa-producing nations. Under the arrangement, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire will align their farm gate pricing policies to optimize producer earnings, enhance market stability, and deepen commercial cooperation. The initiative will involve greater market synergy, the alignment of cocoa premiums, and the harmonization of crop season calendars. Together, the two West African nations account for approximately 60% of global cocoa production, making their collaboration crucial to the future of the industry. The leaders noted that ensuring fair compensation for cocoa farmers is vital to the long-standing sustainability of the cocoa sector and pledged to place producers at the center of the cocoa value chain. Away from that story, private estate developer Kweku Enim has urged builders and property developers to intentionally leave portions of their lands undeveloped to facilitate the absorption of excess rainwater and help reduce flooding. His call follows the recurring floods in parts of the capital, which continue to destroy properties, displace residents, and disrupt economic activities. Speaking on Live Matters on Clock TV, Mr. Enim noted that one of the long-term solutions to the country's flood challenges lies in adopting more sustainable construction practices. According to him, developers should incorporate drainage and water absorption measures into their building plans rather than maximizing every available space for construction.
I think the problem goes back into what we mentioned earlier on, the engineering. Once again, you see most houses that are put up nice, the whole compound is tiled. You have a very, very minimal area for grass. Yeah. And unfortunately, where it is situated, you know very soon it will go into the flood areas. Oh, okay. So most often it is the construction and the engineering that we have to look into. The already existing areas which are paved and tiled, I believe we should start breaking and start creating the greens and the reservoirs to store up water. These days, there are some of these production companies who produce the storage tanks, which you can just buy and bury them underground, and then you can use it to store water. So as much as possible that the water doesn't run off to start causing the floods. If we're able to contain the water and let it move gradually, the flooding will really, really reduce.
Meanwhile, the Assembly member for the Kaneshie electoral area, Emmanuel Edu, highlighted the economic impact of flooding on affected communities. He explained that floods often result in the destruction of goods and disruption of businesses and daily livelihoods.
It affects us economically because when we don't have the ability to raise resources, we can't do development for the municipal or the metropolitan. Okay. So one, economically, it's the way our revenue, and two, it makes us overspend. Yeah. Because this is the time you have to do more distilling. Yeah. This is the time you have to do more compensation. You understand? So it affects us hugely. That is why, as AAB, we are putting practical measures in place to curb it. Because when you're able to curb flooding in Accra, it will increase the revenue and even add on to the per capita gross income of the country as well. So economically, it's really affecting us as a government. It's really affecting individuals themselves because looking at this woman, for instance, there's no way she will be able to trade for like a week or a month. Yeah. Not only a lot of people, you understand? So economically, as for this flood, it's affecting us. And I think we have to do statistics to see how much we lose as a country whenever there is flood situation in our locality. Then that is where we can start putting measures in place too.
To some more news, mental health stakeholders in the northern region are urging the government to invest more in mental health services to help address rising substance abuse cases among the youth. Speaking to the press, clinical psychologist and development studies lecturer Peter Amadu says the absence of government-operated rehabilitation centers in parts of northern Ghana is worsening the situation. He therefore called on government to complete the stalled Northern Regional Psychiatric Facility under Agenda 111 and establish specialized rehabilitation centers to provide treatment and support for affected individuals. Mr. Amadu also appealed for more psychologists and psychiatrists to be deployed to the region to strengthen mental health care and improve support services for people battling substance abuse.
As regards engagement with our young people with the use of substances, at the grassroots level, what we need is advocacy and resourcing of institutions like government facilities, CHIPS compound, district hospital, polyclinics, to be able to identify signs and do proper referral. At the district level, we want more capacity to be built at the level of the district hospital, where we have a lot of mental health officers, to be able to support individuals who are referred to their level and have more capacity to even provide some level of service. At the regional level, where we have a number of psychologists and psychiatrists, is where we think that if we can beef up their capacity more in terms of the human resource, what it means is that we can get a lot more people being helped at this level. But see, at the national level or even at the regional level, where we have a number of opportunities, especially Agenda 111, which was coming up for the northern part of Ghana, which has stalled, what we rather need is, we want to encourage the government to prioritize this. I speak like this, but I also understand what is contained in the Mental Health Act. We want to do community service, but it's not everybody who can be rehabilitated in the community. And more reason why we need a specialized facility to be able to take care of these services, to provide more comprehensive rehabilitation for our young people, where we can have more psychiatrists, more psychologists, and more professionals to take care. So government need to prioritize Agenda 111, which was stalled, especially for the northern part of Ghana, considering the fact that we don't have a government facilitated rehabilitation center in the northern part of Ghana, apart from makeshift support systems in our hospitals.
On to our last story, Malawian migrants have clashed violently with police in Durban, South Africa, while demanding immediate repatriation to their home country. Authorities say the confrontation began after officials moved to enforce immigration procedures for a large group of Malawian nationals who had been camping at Sherwood Park and were found to be in the country unlawfully.
The police presence followed the establishment of a priority court by the Department of Home Affairs and the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development to fast-track immigration-related cases. Tensions escalated as thousands of migrants took to the streets, chanting "No Lindela, we want to go home," in the opposition to being transferred to the Lindela Repatriation Center, South Africa's main holding facility for undocumented foreign nationals awaiting deportation or the resolution of their immigration status. Officials have appealed for calm, stressing that all repatriation efforts must follow established legal procedures to ensure the safety and welfare of those involved. Meanwhile, more than 8,000 Malawian nationals reportedly stranded in South Africa are appealing to wealthy Malawians and well-wishers to assist in funding their return home.
And that's all we have for you on Express Update. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. I'm Peter Nsia. Always remember, the news keeps changing every day, but integrity must never change. Do enjoy the rest of our programs, and we wish the Black Stars all the best. Go Black Stars.